NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Darnold completes it. And some room to run now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss left to Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trevon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Prescott. His guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Rolling to his left. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Now Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Prescott on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had. sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On first down, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
they're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trevon Diggs.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 2nd and 12, Prescott connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Elliott a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
It's a room to maneuver.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
The give is to Elliott. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
10th carry now for Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, he bowls over it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Elliott, toss right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hurts throw complete to Rager.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Hurts will throw.
He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the 2nd half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. All even through 1 half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This is Tony Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole... We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On third down, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go to Elliott again. There he goes, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big run that time by Elliott. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. On the move to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Running right, here's Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They'll try and throw for it. And his pass incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From way up at the 23. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Eagles have recovered. Tough end of that play. He had his eyes on that first down marker, but he lost his luggage along the way.
Left it behind, so to speak. I like your analogy there, but here's the key. As he's maneuvering, as he's picking up the first down, as he's gaining yardage, what's the one thing he forgot about?
Ball security.
Exactly.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Forced out to his left. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 20, 10, and this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the... And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Dallas. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe you let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw, Prescott.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Barnett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a